It occurred to me this morning when I was like thinking about what I went to my usual collective writings of Rav Kook, the Kvatim, and I said, hold on, like it's Purim, like let me look up what he says on Purim. So I found some nice things. So this is, I have a pen for you. Just give it back to me. Okay. So now, Ma'amar Haraya, Igeret HaPurim. What's an Igeret? An epistle. I don't even know what that means in English, but usually that's what they translate. Epistle? 11. No. Well, that's not a contingently Christian term. Apocrypha refers to or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Igeret. It's like a letter that he wrote. Okay. So here it is. You with me? We can start? Yeah? Okay. So he starts off by saying, Nichnas yain yatsa sod. Wine goes in, secret comes out. By the way, just between us, sod, the gematria sod is yain, which is so delicious when it's like everything, all the concepts like fit in Judaism, you know? Of course. What else would the gematria of sod be if not yain, you know? Okay. Anyone know where Chana is? Like I emailed her that I'm back, but okay, hopefully everything is good for her. She's always has so much going on with her family. Yeah, okay. Okay, נכנס יין יצא סוד. In comes wine, out comes secrets. ומאוד אנו צריכים בחיינו. שסודות הנעלמים יצאו ויתגלו. And it is very important in our life that the hidden secrets should come out and be revealed. We don't want to hold back secrets. We want the biggest secrets to be revealed. We don't want them to be secrets anymore. So I'm just going to ask you now, we'll continue, of course, what he's referring to, but if just hearing that statement from your own personal life, your biggest secret that you carry, that you would love the world to know and not keep it a secret anymore, what would that be? Let's have fun a little bit, okay? What would that be? What would be your secret? What is your secret that you'd love not to be a secret anymore? For Judy, it's Shevach. Can we please not keep it a secret anymore? Okay, I'm projecting here.
I was going to say that Reb Varshavsky, everything sod gadol,
Gadol.
And sod gadol.
He says sod gadol, sod.
So my idea of a sod and his idea of a sod are two different things.
I'm asking you.
I would never reveal mine.
No.
Sod is a secret. Yeah.
Sod means secret.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
Do you have a secret that you don't want anybody to?
But he uses it in
because he's
theology.
No. I'll tell you why he does it like that. Because when you learn Kabbalah, which is what he's teaching, then it's all sod. Soda inyan, soda bechi. Like last week, I was talking to somebody about soda bechi, the secret of crying. It occurred to me, you know what the secret of crying is? I'm sorry, I'm just babbling. It's okay. It's okay. Just me being me now. It's a chabura. It's not really okay.
Bring it.
I was thinking about the sod. I got together with a friend, and the friend was a little bit crying, and I was also a little bit crying. But the crying was like, what was that crying? We were so happy to be together. So like we missed each other, and like but there was like an element of crying there. And I'm thinking, what was behind this crying? And I realized that it's when you love somebody, you want to give to them. But in a love relationship, you also want to receive. The other part of the equation is to be the receptor of love. And that's a very vulnerable place. And people, because they got hurt from this place, how you doing? Welcome. A friend? Nice. I like friends who bring friends. Okay. So what was I saying? But the why do people like hold themselves back from loving? I'm really like going off on a tangent here. Maybe it'll fit, maybe not. I didn't drink wine, but here comes the secrets. Anyway, why do people hold themselves back from being from loving? Because they don't want to get hurt, because when they open themselves up to be the receivers of love, they got hurt and then they say it's not for me anymore. I'll give and give and give. I'm okay with that part of loving, but I can't be a receiver anymore. It hurts too much. And it occurred to me, this secret, this is from my mother. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. Hello? Yeah. Okay. No, I thought I hung up on you. It's okay. You can stop talking to me now. Hold on. Now I just have to say, okay, I just have to, I'll send myself a note. אמא מפאת עיניים, יום שלישי זה 1:15. תודה. Concord. Okay, good. Now I'll speak to her about this. Okay, so that's the secret of the Bechi. It's like we were missed each other and we were so happy to be each other. And then we realized that we were opening ourselves up to be receivers of love again. You know what I'm saying? That's a secret. So that's a soda Bechi. I'm just bringing it in the context of what's the sod. And if you go into Kabbalah and they'll talk to you about the sod ahava, then there's Kabbalah, there's Netina, but there's also Kabbalah. And that's a big sod of Bechi, of ahava. Like the vulnerability of it. That was like a tangent just to answer, like why, like people who are into Kabbalah always speak about the sod av.
If it's such a sod, you wouldn't be telling me. That's why I
no, but it means it's something that is so hidden, but it's implied in everything, and it has to be revealed. The essence of the thing, mahasod, is like what the essence of it is. It's what the big secret that's hiding within that system that's blocked. But if you would only reveal that, then everything so much more would be open up to you. It's a sword that has to be revealed. So Rav Kook here says we must have all of this in our life. We need it very much, that the secrets that are hidden should come out and be revealed. Okay, so Judith said she has a secret she doesn't want to reveal.
I'll tell you a little bit of it.
Okay, good.
It's like what you said with your chavera.
Okay.
So I'm going to Baltimore and I'm going to stay for a couple of days. So my friend Pearl said, "Where are you staying?" And so I said, "I'm going to stay at an Airbnb." He said, "What? You're not staying with me?" I said, "No, I want to stay. I want my privacy. And I don't want to impose, and also I
You're
don't
more
want,
comfortable like that.
And also I don't really trust people. I don't want to be a taker. I don't trust that you really, really mean it." She said, "You are so weird." And
because you told her to her face that you don't trust her.
Yeah,
wow.
And said, "You are so weird, and if you don't come, it's World War III."
And then what are you going to do? You're going to hurt. After you insult her like that, obviously.
I didn't insult her.
You didn't insult. You were telling the truth.
I was talking about myself.
No, of course.
Saying about
but she comes out as being
my secret now. You're not.
Oh no! I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Thank you.
No more
but
secrets.
you were revealing her untrustworthiness in your eyes.
But anybody's.
No, I understand. It's across the board.
Lots of people.
Your family. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
And I just felt that was a secret, but I felt.
Okay.
Wow, that was a beautiful act of friendship.
Okay, so I'm talking about a secret that if it would come out, it wouldn't hurt anybody, but you're just embarrassed to share it. That's the type of secrets we're talking about. Not from a place of there is vulnerability in it, but
I think that was a good secret.
It was a very good secret. It was a very good secret because there's self-sufficiency, there's self-reliance, trusting yourself, and you're okay with that, to be by yourself. That's a good secret. Like you're comfortable to be, and you don't like to impose, so that's beautiful. And you don't want to be a taker, and you want to be. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Anyone else want to just like, if I threw it out there, like what's popped in your head or
Sure.
Okay.
Might be sorry. This is a current secret. not something from.
Okay.
I'm keeping a secret, not necessarily for any reason other than I haven't developed what I want to do yet, but it's a little goal of mine that I want to create 1-minute videos and produce one a week with these simple truths that I used to post on Facebook. I want to take one of them each week and make a video and post it and just put it out there.
Beautiful.
But I'm afraid.
Why?
So why? It's a good question. It taps into the, do I really have knowledge enough to want to give it to the world and all that baloney. Just baloney stuff. Yetzirah stuff. Yeah. I do believe underneath.
To be judged and self-esteem.
I'm judging myself.
Self-esteem.
Yeah, totally.
But your secret is that you do have what to share. That you believe that you do have. And imagine exactly, and imagine how in in yourself you would just like grow into yourself if you would actually be able to live by that and not keep it a secret. That would be amazing.
This is the first time I said it out loud.
We give you a bracha.
So,
give you a bracha that you should be able to do it, and with all the full confidence and everything.
I'm waiting on my WhatsApp.
Okay. Anyone else? You were here before, no?
Yes.
Remind me your name. Avital, right? Okay. Okay. Anyone else? No? Okay, so we're gonna move on. Yeah, Andy. Yeah. Baishanim, Gomle Chasadim, and what? Baishanim, Gomle Chasadim, Rachmanim, Baishanim, Gomle Chasadim.
I never got the Baishan part. Like why like a shameful bad. So the word bashful is like it's like Baishan bashful.
Okay, so there's
what is the relevance of shame being like shamefaced or embarrassed?
Okay.
Any of that
So you're asking a question. I actually have an answer, but I mean, Bezat Hashem, it'll be an answer. Bezat Hashem, I have something that popped in my head. But how is this a response to what's your secret?
Because I need to understand how embarrassment has any relevance to being a Jewish
Beautiful.
person.
Okay. So busha, like everything else, can be played out on the negative or can be played out on the positive. The negative busha is I feel shamed. I feel ashamed. I did something that puts me in a shameful light, in an embarrassing light. I'm embarrassed even in my own eyes that such behaviors and such thoughts can come out of me. And I feel like I'm beneath who I really are meant to be. There's a big busha there. I'm a failure at this. There's a failure attached to busha. That's negative. The positive busha is I understand the greatness of God and I understand the greatness of my neshama. And I just want to do more and more and more. And I understand my position in relation to Hashem. And my busha is likened to, like, let's say you have, let's say you're into like Rabbi Nachman, or I could ask you who you're really into. And imagine being in the presence of this greatness. There's a busha. You don't want to disappoint them. You love them so much. You admire them so much. You want to live up to everything that they taught you and what they wanted you to become, giving all the teachings and Rav Kook. And so there's a natural busha from a place of humility and gratitude.
Right,
so that's the Baishanim that we are meant to be vis-a-vis Hashem.
Sense of some people grow, and there's a sense of inadequacy that stunts some people's growth.
It's a negative or positive way of acting out the same busha. Busha is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It could. No, so that's because they're still stuck and living out the negative busha from the Chet Eitzadat Tovara that the first emotion that humanity felt after being kicked out of Gan Eden is busha, vitboshashu. Before the sin, lo hitboshashu. After the sin, right away I have to cover myself up.
Right? Meaning they're just doing their human things, and there's no room for shame because there's no self-consciousness, there's no self-awareness.
Right, but the tikkun, right? But the tikkun of that, like negative busha. This is all from Sarah Yudit's book, Shame. It's like amazing how much I learned from this woman just reading her book. It's fantastic. It opened up so many things. Like negative busha and the flip side of things, from a place of inadequacy and embarrassment from that, and putting so that leads to sinat chinam. Leads to all kinds of negative feelings that lead to hate, even self-hate, all kinds of hate, put downs. And busha on the positive side leads to ahavat chinam. Because of my busha, because I understand how much Hashem wants from me, I'm embarrassed not to love as much as I can love. I'm embarrassed not to be as giving as I can be. I'm embarrassed not to let my secret shine of who I am shine in the world. How dare I hold back my shine from the world? There's a busha in that. You understand? And that's the tikkun for the negative busha.
I mean, I'm going to continue to really based on some people I know and some friends that really, and even myself in certain ways, that I think, when you frame busha as shame, it's too fraught with too much negativity, too much trauma for certain people that I would even go so far as to feel like it's separate from the Rahman and Gomel and Chesed aspect of the Jewish identity.
But Chazal tell us that we're by shanim, so you have to learn from that there's a positive way of looking at it.
I get that there's a positive manifestation,
but not from the negative type of shame.
Yeah, and also not for everybody. Maybe not everybody. Maybe shame is not everybody's challenge.
But if you're Jewish, you have to have this tchuna of baishan. These are the tchunot of a Yehudi: Rahman, baishan, and gomlech hasadim. Because even Rahmanut and gomlech hasadim, you can play on a negative, because then you can consider the feelings of the nukhbas, those terrorists that are being fed in Israeli prisons, and then instead of having been shot dead on the spot. Why are you keeping them prisoners? Right. That's being a Rahman on Akhzari. But listening to the people on the left, you're a Rahman. Like, no, this is how we're supposed to be. So even the Rahman Gomlech Hasadim that you took for granted, that's like you can't, that's easy, like that can only be expressed in the positive and not a negative, can also be expressed in the negative. So busha is the same thing. You have to figure out your relationship with busha that's healthy and positive and in the realm of busha and not in the other realm. So it's a matter of semantics in your head because you're so ingrained in thinking busha. But by Chazal telling us we have to be by shanim, we have to be a bashan. Now go figure out what that means without all the negative connotations. Okay, so let's continue. Okay. Hoo-ha. We spent a lot of time on that, and we only got to like barely the first line. Through the revealing of the secrets, we will recognize ourselves. We'll recognize who we are. We will recognize that which is hidden within us. At the time, in the hour that will come to this aspect of that we become so intoxicated that to the point of that we don't know. We don't know between what and what. Aruch Haman, Baruch Mordechai. It's like at a certain point, it's all Hashem. And it's all about coming close to Hashem. נפטר ניפטר לפחות לשעה מכל אותן ידיעות המטעות אותנו, המוליכות אותנו כשבויים ואין לפדות, כאסירים ואין להתיר, והידיעות המסעות הללו הן מסתירות ממנו את הסוד. He says, for an hour, on Purim, at least on Purim, nipater, we will be rid of, for at least an hour, from all of the yediot, all of the knowledge, understandings that we have in our brain, hamat'ot otanu, that send us in the wrong direction of understanding, that bring us to erroneous understandings, that lead us like captives that cannot be redeemed. We are captives in our own mind of false belief systems that we carry in our mind, that we believe this is it. This is who I am. I can't be anymore. I can't be as good as I can be. You know who's guilty of this? A lot of people. But 4/5 of the Jews in Mitzrayim that didn't come out with Moshe Rabbeinu said, we don't believe you. We're here in Mitzrayim for so long. We've already bought into their culture, and now you expect me to believe that I can be a tzaddik like you, Moshe Rabbeinu? Please. That's not for me. They didn't believe. Rav Tzadok Cohen says it. He says, you know what their fault was? That they didn't have emunah atzmit. Their lack of emunah in Moshe was rooted in the lack of belief in themselves, because what Moshe was telling them, believe in yourself. You're not slaves. You're meant to be free. You're born to be free. And you bought into this lie. So it's a real tikkun that we have to do, and real therapy to expose all the false beliefs that we have in ourselves that hold us back from exposing the biggest secret that we're carrying within us, that we're powerhouses of potential, and just figure out what that is and go for it and stop making excuses for it.
Sounds like a psychoanalysis.
That's what it is. That's what you get when you come here. You got free psychoanalysis outside of the cost of the class. Beautiful. This little light on my beautiful Malcolm. I'm gonna let it shine.
Whoa, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let the light of mine.
I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. As a yofi. Okay, good. So now we're gonna continue. We're on the second paragraph here. Havla mefik havla vebesuma mefik besuma. Havla mefik havla means vapor produces vapor, and intoxication produces more intoxication. Because I was sick last week and I had a little bit of fever, so one of my friends told me, make sure that you keep yourself warm, and because havla mefik havla, because the heat that you're going to produce with under all the layers is going to bring out the heat that's going to be healing you, whatever. So this is what it's saying, but let's see what he means. Why is he bringing this here? מבוסמים אנחנו יותר מדי מדמיונות חיצוניים. מבוסמים, we are too intoxicated. We're too intoxicated. We're too, you know what? Let's just make it simple. We're too drunk. אנחנו יותר מדי, we're too much drunk מדמיונות חיצוניים from דמיונס. From false belief systems, from who we thought we imagined to be, and we're put ourselves down all the time, and we believe that we're limited, we're only human, we're all of those excuses we make for ourselves not to let our light shine. We are these false beliefs that we carry in our head. We're too intoxicated by them, and we too believe in them too much. ובשביל כך אין אנו מרגישים את האמיתיות הפנימיות שלנו. And because of this, we do not feel the truth of our innermost points of who we are. Amazing what he says here, no? ובשביל כך אין אנו מרגישים את האמיתיות. We don't get in touch, we don't feel the truth of our own pnimius. את סוד האמת, the truth, the secret of truth, the secret that has to come out. And Purim is the opportunity, let it out. סבורים אנחנו, we think, שבחוכמתנו ובביקחות הפיקחים שבנו, that we, okay, let me finish the whole sentence in Hebrew and then go back. סבורים אנחנו שבחוכמתנו ובפיקחות הפיקחים שבנו, עד הלום, להיות לנו על כל פנים יתד וגדר ביהודה. התחלת כלשהי להתחלת דהתחלת לגאולה, ואנו שוכחים, כי לולא יד השם בעל מלחמות, זורע צדקות ומצמיח ישועות, לא היו כל מפעלותינו פועלות מאומה. שוכחים אנו שהיד הסודית הזאת, זאת היא כל המפעל. It says, we think, falsely we think that in our wisdom and all our cleverness that's within us, that we carry with us until today, that these act as anchors. They keep us safe. They keep us protected. All these false beliefs. Don't try, you won't get hurt. Don't try, you won't be laughed at. Don't try, you won't prove that you're not what you think you are. Meanwhile, you're not trying. Somebody posted on their status this morning, I forget who it is, a beautiful diagram. Let me see if I can find that, because it's such a beautiful diagram and it speaks to it. But I looked at it, so is it Satan? Is it even green? Oh, no, it's Silkis. Okay, here. Hold on. Oh, no. Hold on. Let me find it. And then oh, no. Here. Okay, I don't know. I have to keep my. You see, if I am, im ani. You see, I don't know if you can see that. If I am, then to the right. If I am, if I will try, then what comes under it is either a tick, an X, or a tick. I could succeed or I may not succeed if I try. If I don't try, I haven't. The only opportunity is like getting an X. I haven't tried, so there's no opportunity to succeed if you don't try. Okay, that's a good one, right? I know, it's worth it. So simple. So he's saying, people hold on to their protective false belief systems that it's not worth it to try, not worth it to be vulnerable. I guess what I spoke. What? Of course. So and that's what like my biggest secret that was like that I understood the secret last week of crying. What's the secret of that? Not the crying of like of pain and I'm a failure crying. There's crying that's no good. That's part of the realm of tum'ah, of the tumadic forces that keep us back. But then there's a crying for vulnerability of like I want to try and I'm willing and I understand the vulnerability of what it means to be a human, of opening myself up to love, opening myself up to trying, opening myself to the possibility of failure, but I'm going to try anyway. And there's an ache there, but it's a good ache. It's like, okay, so it's part of the picture of being human, to try it. For me, that was this big secret of understanding crying from the holy realm. And so here he's saying, but we're so convinced that this is our anchor to hold on to these things. This is the beginning of the geula for me. I'm going to now, I've opened myself up, I became vulnerable, I failed, so no more. And now I have to protect myself from any time further to opening up. And for me, that spells falsely geula. Nuh-uh. Because we forget, that we forget that if it would not be for the hand of Hashem, who is the real Baal Milchamot, master of battles, Zoreat Tzedakot, that sows the seeds of righteousness, Umatzmiach Yeshuot, and sprouts salvations. None of our actions would bear fruit anyway. Shochachim anu. So we forget about the secret hand, that there's a secret hand, there's something called God. Gotta like do your ishtadlut, open yourself to trying, and then, in other words, what he's saying here is something very deep. He says we feel like if we fail at something, then that means we're failures. And here what he's saying is if we fail at something, maybe just Hashem just didn't want you to succeed in this, nothing to do with you. It's not part of the unfolding story of humanity right now for you to succeed in this area. Hold on. Don't dump on yourself. Don't identify with a failure as you being a failure. Let's say, like, how many times did you try to I'm laughing because this is an example that Rabbi Vershevsky gives. Like, how many times did he fail at driving until he finally passed? But like, let's say you go for it, you study for a test, and you show up and you're failing. You failed the test. There's moed bet. You can take it again another time. But people fail, and then they identify with the failure with who they are. I'm therefore a failure. I'm not going to try anymore. And he says we can't. There's Yad Hashem here. You got it. That's not your hang up about failing or not. That it shouldn't even be part of the equation. Of course, you want to try. You want to try to succeed. You want to take it over again. Don't give up. Zoti kolamifan. He says that this secret is like kolamifan, and to understand that there's Yad Hashem and not to identify with the failures. This is kol hamifan. This is the whole enterprise. This is the whole thing that you need to understand. We are drunk. Now he's using the word shikorim. We are drunk with intoxications that have within them erroneous, false ideas. And that's why we don't bring into our calculations the cheshbonot, the calculations of the greater world. What does this mean? Shelot olam, of this same world, she'adon olam hanigo, that the master of the world is actually conducting. V'nachnu yesh lanu imo brit, and we have a covenant with him. Kuruta be'elu, be'ele ve'ela ve'shua, that we have a covenant with Hashem that was signed, kuruta, like sealed, with a curse and with the consequences. Either way, if we do it or we don't keep it. Brit melach olam, it's a covenant of the salt of the world, which means it's forever. Hashomer al ruach Yisrael v'nitzrah, that keeps the spirit of the Jews and its eternity. But what occurred to me when I said, it says here, cheshbono shel olam, we are drunk with intoxications that are erroneous, and that's why we don't take into account the cheshbon of the olam hagadol, cheshbon of the greater world. So let's take Amy's example again. Okay, so Amy, she wants to put herself out there. She wants to come up with these shorts, with these pearls of wisdom. She just wants to share. Why? Because she loves the world and she loves people and she wants the good for them. And people, if they didn't think about it, let them hear me, and maybe they'll think about it. Maybe it'll bring some positive change into their world, into their life, and in this way improve the world. Those are beautiful things that Amy has. But if she'll hold back because of this fear of failure or who am I or put downs, all kinds of things, she won't be. What will be put aside is a calculation of the benefit of the world.
That's the busha.
That's the
I should be embarrassed not to put it.
Exactly. Exactly.
You got it.
Exactly.
Help.
Yeah.
No, see, I thought that when you were talking.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like, we have something to give to the world. It's not an ego trip. It's not about, if I want to be a singer, not me, but if you want to be a singer, you have to sing. How dare you not sing? What,
Like
we
the
die?
hell that we live after this world.
Yeah.
When you're-
Yeah, 120. After 120.
Right. And there's hell. The hell is that your life is being revealed to you, and it's
It's embarrassing.
Missed opportunities.
All the missed opportunities.
That's like the busha, like that's
Yeah.
the shame that you feel. Like, how did you not go?
Yeah, how dare.
Take that.
Right. 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 That.
The
Right.
lack of fulfillment.
Right. That's a beautiful meditation to take with me. What do I not want to be embarrassed after 120 enter and journey with. And that's what, go for it. Go for it. You know, say you're sorry to the people you need to say sorry. Express your love to the people that you're embarrassed to. Put yourself out there with your particular shine and your light. Because this is the accountability we're going to have to give to Shemaim after. I gave you all of this kochot. I gave you all of this potential. Why didn't you do anything with it? Go back. Yeah. Ay. Okay. Now, so let's continue. Don't we say that in one of the things is Baruch Cheshbonot, I think so. And hold on, let's see. I think so. Hold on. What did you say? Bochen levavot. Keladon. Okay, hold on. El Adon. No, Keladon. El Adon. Haslichot. It's a piyut. El Adon. Milim. Okay, let's see. But while I'm looking for this, what was your question?
Too many calculations behind the scenes about what's coming to us, what we deserve, what we don't deserve, how much our suffering is worth. Is it enough for us? Is it enough for Hashem? I used to think it was a frum thing to think that Hashem it determines how much money you're going to get, and determines opportunities and this and that. And then you realize you actually need it kind of for your mental health to just resign yourself or surrender to there's a bigger accounting behind the scenes that we can be privy to. And
absolutely.
We have to work with it because
absolutely.
There's too many. It's almost like there are so many facets, qualitative and quantitative, to calculating. What's being facilitated for us, what opportunities are opening, and you realize that if you actually want to kind of stay sane, you can't constantly be calculating. You can't be your own Baal HaCheshbon. You can't be constantly probing all the the rationales and the reasons and this and that. You'll drive yourself.
You have to bochen your lev. Where are you in your heart? Where what are you approaching X, Y, and Z with? Where's your heart in this? Where's your ratzon hatov, ratzon alev, and how is this going to connect you to Hashem, or is it not going to connect you to Hashem? Is this feeding ego, or is this feeding your higher self?
See, it's not belief system anymore. It's literally if you want to stay sane and balanced, you have to surrender all these calculations of what you think you deserve and what you don't deserve.
Right. If Hashem doesn't make mistakes in the calculations, if this is what you got now, this is exactly what you need for your life scene right now.
If there isn't that surrender, a person can spend your whole life in that calculated state.
Right. And you feel punished, or you feel stupid, or you feel like you're missing out on you didn't do. But this is exactly. It's
when are you going to become a ruminant in a world where you should be
right. Naturally, there's psukim to do this. Where's that pasuk from? Just from Adonai Slichot Tov U'Meitiv L'Briot Yodea Kol HaNistarot. Only Hashem knows all of the hidden. But Vehema Chashvu Cheshbonot Rabim. 1 minute. Vehema Chashvu Cheshbonot Rabim. Kohelet. מצאתי אשר עשה אלוקים את האדם ישר, והמה ביקשו חשבונות רבים. Hashem is just Hashem does whatever he does with a person, yashar, and they are busy calculating all kinds of calculations. So many that take us away from Hashem, not take us away from the simplicity of the life that you need to.
Right back to
it's what you're saying.
The drunkenness and also all these mental constructs that when you're drunk, it allows you to numb yourself to them, and also they dissipate.
Right. Also, another thing with cheshbonot is sichon from cheshbon, ir cheshbon. The two big kings that we fought and overcame in the Jordan before Yeshua took us into the land of Israel is Sichon and Og. Sichon melech cheshbon, And the Chassidus on that is all about this, what you're talking about. Sichon melech cheshbon. Sichon melech cheshbon. Oh, it'll correct me. Google will correct me. Sichon cheshbon ir Sichon melech Haimori. Ir Sichon. Ir Sichon. Cheshbon is the name of a city in Sichon that Melech Sichon was, and if you look and you study the Chassidus on that, it's what they had to overcome before crossing into Israel is leave all the cheshbonot, all of these things. It's very deep. Okay, thank you for this, and now we're going to continue. So we're on the paragraph beginning in the middle of the page with the word Israel. Israel asher ima hu kashur be'emet. עד אשר ישוב אל הברית הכרותה ברוח ובשר ושב ורפא לו את השבת, הוא גם כן חתום באופי העצמי שלנו, לא יחשבו מחלליו אשר ממנו יצאו שיכלו לך. Okay, he's saying here, people think, he's going a little bit on a tangent of, we entered into a covenant with Hashem, Shabbos is part of the covenant, and people think they don't have to keep Shabbos. It's one of the false beliefs that we can be Jewish without actually being Jewish. It's like, where do you even get that idea from? And part of the secrets of Purim is like to be megaleh, is to reveal everything that's at the root of the covenant between us and Hashem. Shabbos is part of it. Eretz Yisrael is part of it. Everything that's called an ot, a sign between us and Hashem, the sign of the covenant. And this is part of the nitzchiyut of Am Yisrael. And then people, because of the many years of galus, we think that we can just be regular human beings and not be Jewish. But we like the idea that we're Jewish, so we say that we're Jewish. So some people don't. But it's like, no, the biggest secret is that you have a Jewish neshama, and here he's like challenging us. Also, like, it's like what you shared with me. This komikai, this comedian on Erev Shabbos,
Yes.
before Shabbat Zachor. They said they're killing us for Jewish. At least for heaven's sake, know what you're Jewish. Like, they know why they're killing you. But you don't know why they're killing you. They used to say this about Russian Jewry, that the tshuva movement of Russian Jewry began because of all the anti-Semitism that denied their Jewishness. No more religion, right? Communist Russia, no more religion, but they insisted on stamping their passport with Jew.
And not letting Jews into university.
Exactly, it's still discriminating. Get rid of religious identity, but you're Jewish, and you're going to be, and positions of prestige are being held back from you. This in itself caused the assimilated Jews and communist Russia to ask, okay, they're going to discriminate me. At least let me know what it means to be Jewish, that for this they are discriminating against me. And that's caused the tshuva movement. Yeah. I'm going to say even further than that. It's not just envy of being Jewish. It's God's plan for the Jew to wake up, to realize from the goyim that need us to be Jewish, to wake us up to be Jewish. It's not just they're jealous. They need us to be Jewish for their own salvation, because our Geulah is the whole entire world's Geulah. Because when the Jews are going to be prosperous on their land, and Mashiach and Beis HaMikdash and everything like that, we're going to be really Jewish. The emes, the truth of Hashem and brotherhood, love, and everything what's meant to be in the world is going to, the big secret is going to come out, and everyone's going to benefit from it. Because we believe in sharing resources. We believe in feeding the world. We believe in bringing blessing. It's part of the Jewish legacy from Avraham Avinu to be a blessing unto all the people of the earth, and they know it. And so when Jews don't behave like Jews, it bugs them. We're not accepting you to be just one of us. You're not meant. Just get it through your head. You'll never be one of us. It might come out. It comes out like from Haman. It comes out like all kinds of evil people throughout the generations. but it's meant to awaken with us as the secret that we're holding on to, that we're not letting out. We are the chosen people. Stop making excuses for that. We're chosen by God for a responsibility. And live it out. So let's see what he says. He kind of goes into this. So with this, it's going to be a summary. May these days of Purim come upon us letova, for the good. The days upon which, or through which, we received the Torah willingly. In Har Sinai, we had no choice. Hashem revealed himself through this light show. What are you going to? Hashem reveals himself. You're going to say, no, I don't want your Torah. We were coerced because our free choice was taken away from us. You don't deny God's presence when it's facing you in your face. It's suicide if you do. You go naturally. You're going to go towards the light if the light is revealing itself. So we had no choice. There was a lack of free choice there. So then, but in Purim, with all the hiddenness of God, then we accepted it. Then it became really from our choice. Kimu v'kiblu. They received and they accepted. We are Jewish no matter what. And so these days should again be renewed in our acceptance again, as it was in the Purim story, at the end of the Purim story that we accepted Torah and mitzvahs. Yamim asher amra, the days that Esther says, Lech knos et kol hayudim, go gather all the Jews. This word, come gather all the Jews. That's also a big secret, that we're one people. Even though we're divided, we're really one. The secret that we can have millions of opinions, we can have different ways of the way we make cholent. We have the finas and we have chamin and we have cholent. But it's like, who cares? We are like, but we're am echad. Don't let the differences, even sharp differences of opinion, take us away from the biggest secret, the real secret, that we're one and will always be one divisible one people. Go gather all the people, all the Jews. So this phrase of go gather all the Jews has to ring in our ears. It has to ring and come out of hiding. This inner awareness that we have, the awareness that comes from a consciousness of our rooted in our neshama, that's hidden within us, hidden within every nefesh, every soul of a Jew, every Jewish soul, in themselves. That is immune to all the other things that want to divide us. It's immune. At the core, this never gets spoiled. We are one indivisible unit. Mikol azutan shel hazaot hayoter chatzufot. From all the chutzpah that's out there that dares to tell us that we're not this united people. Habot mitoch hageava, and we're coming from perplexed arrogance. Nevucha. Okay, no, nevuva. From foolish gaiva, nevuva, not from that's coming from foolish gaiva. And where does this foolish gaiva comes from? From false ideas that we carry around in our head, that we believe the lie and not the deepest, the secret that's really at the root of who we are essentially. Let's get rid of them once and for all. גם בשעה שאנו אויבים את אויבינו ואנו אוהבים את אהובינו, גם בשעה שאנו עומדים על הכרה של ליבת העולם. This should come out, this secret that we're one indivisible unit called Klal Yisrael, and that we carry within us the deepest secrets of God, of what he wants from us as Jews in this world, through Torah and mitzvahs and all of the masim tovim that we're meant to be brought into the world. And this has to come out when we fight our enemies, when we love who we love, even as we stand against the Eva, the hatred of the world against us. Could have said it about these days, right? That people are carrying the banners of Hamas and not speaking up for the real victims here. From when we stand against the hate of the world against us, mikol hamonim, from all of the hamonim, multitudes of people around, from all the generations, and when we will, and also when we stand in the situation that we receive the love from people who come to our aid and protect us. We have to stand with all the, we have to accept all the Mordechais of all the times. Even when we stand in firm beliefs in front of the Mordechais that want to save us, these ideas, these false beliefs that we carry, they're so rooted there that they'll even fog up this tremendous bright light. We could be faced with the truth and still not face the truth, not be willing to face the truth of who we are, what we're meant to be doing here, even in the face of the enemies that want to destroy us, even in the face of our saviors that want to save us and our friends that want to help us. And we're still holding on to nonsense like we have to be good to Hamas. What the heck, man? Like, where's your priorities? Where's your sense of right and wrong? Our sense of right and wrong is so distorted because of all these false beliefs from all the gullus and the nonsense that we imbibe and we become intoxicated from. גם אז אנחנו חושבים שבחובנו על דבר ניצחונות פעוטים. So in those cases, we think small. We think about small victories. Oh, they let out 3 of our captives, and we're celebrating that. Hello? That's not okay, but there's a bigger picture. Why are you getting so confused of what the bigger picture is? We have to get rid of Hamas, and everyone has to be home, and we have to be Jewish on our land and stop making excuses for it. And we have to be really Jewish. We have to keep Torah. It has to be Torah. Keep Shabbos. Yudit, I'm speaking your language now.
I heard. I don't have to say anything because you're doing it for me.
That's right. Should we? And then we get into petty politics of like one party over another party. He says this. גם אז אנו מנוגעים בעקשנות לקחת את הטפל. So even then we're so like besmirched, I don't know, touched, like in a tainted from stubbornly tainted, holding on to, and we're making the not important important, and we dismiss what's really important. לדבר רק על דבר קניינים פרטיים, we talk about small things, small acquisitions or small victories, מפעלים של זעיר שם וזעיר שם, a little here, like crumbs. של צו וצו, לקו לקו, אנחנו שולחים את סוד הגבורה, and we forget the secret of the גבורה והתפארת העליונה המאתרת אותנו. We forget the secret of the might and the beauty, the supernal might and beauty that really is meant to be our crown and glory. החבויים בתוכיות נשמתית, that's really hidden within our neshama, that have to come out and be really placed on our head. These are crowns and
pick your battles, kind of. I know we usually frame that as like an indicator of his like.
There's godless there. No, but that's godless there, because it led him to the battle, and he became Israel from that. Not in this. I think I wouldn't cut and paste like this. No, I think you're mixing things here, into my mind. Okay. What he's talking about, the crumbs and the things, is like the non-important things. The pachim ktanim of Yaakov Vinu is that he's identifying the dark points in ourselves that's holding us back from being who we're meant to be. And you have to identify them. You have to identify your fault points. You know that there's a sentence in your head that you're carrying out with, I am not worthy to be anything great. False beliefs. That's a pach katan that makes me fall into the pach. I don't know. Okay, I'm not. I can try to say to get bored, but I think I'm okay. I'd rather continue here. התובעת ממנו את עלבונה והמרעישה את כל יסודי. Now we have to. There's this crown and glory of what we carry within us, the gvura and tiferet, the might and our glory, and that's meant to be our crown. In our soul, they are demanding their disgrace. They're demanding not to be disgraced anymore. They're making a claim. You're taking the most precious part of who you are and you're dismissing it. And it's unforgiving. How do we see, in my mind, how do we see that it's unforgiving? Because we repeat scenarios that will keep saying, where's your shine? And all the patches that we feel, all the elbonot, all the disgrace, all the humiliating feelings that we carry, that becomes our secret. Just please, as long as nobody really finds out that I'm really stupid underneath it all, or I'm really not talented, or I'm really not worthy, and we carry around ourselves with the bravado, and we think that that's the real secret. That the real secret is like our failures. And he's saying, but the truth of who we are keeps fighting against it, and that's why you keep coming up with these situations that you feel like you had to hide from and then protect yourself from. But really, and you'll repeat the scenario until you'll finally let yourself shine and you'll stop being apologetic. And this will be the thing that will bring us into Gula Shlema, full redemption. And then the whole world will see how Hashem has sent the salvation to the Jewish people. Finally, נגלה נא את איגרת הפורים הזאת בכל פלאותיה העומדת ממעל לכל ידיעותינו הפעוטות ונכריז על כוחו של ישראל המאוחד. Let us reveal everything that's written in this letter of Purim, this Igeret HaPurim, this epistle of Purim, I don't know what this word means, but it's in my head, Hazot, in all its wonder and all its glory, that's standing above all the other small-minded ideas that we carry in our head, and let us proclaim its strength, the strength of Israel, proclaim the strength of united Israel. Because one of the big ideas of Purim is gather. That's the whole mitzvah of Purim is to do the tzedakah, matonot le'evyonim, mishloach manot, have a suda, invite many people. No fun to be drunk alone. If there's a mitzvah to be drunk, it means not alone, because that's not ishmak. You need to you gotta. It's about revealing the heart of what's really emistic there. Hamuchad, hameached et kol am Hashem lechol pagab, that will unite all of the nation of Hashem and all of its various sects that make it up, which is the secret of Judaism, of the eternal Judaism. That through it we will rise and we will be brought up above all of what is threatening to fail us, that is on the path of our Tchiyatenu Halumit, our national revival in the land of Israel. V'haya l'Hashem leshem ze mikra Megillah v'nichnas yain v'yatza sod. And this should be the essence of our connection to Hashem on this day. This is what it means to read the Megillah, that there are secrets that have to be revealed. That's the end of his thing. So besikum, let's now as a collective chabura here, what are we getting out of this? Yehi Ratzon, what's the Yehi Ratzon? First of all, let's start with let the secrets be revealed. What are the secrets that we want revealed? We're the best. And say it at the top of your lungs, from the top of the highest rooftops. And Hashem made us this way. Stop apologizing for it. Own it. And be it. What else? We are one undivided people. And when we look at other Jews, don't look at what divides us, look at what unites us. What else? From you. I'm going to be quiet a little bit now. Yeah,
I think you covered it.
I covered it.
I think so.
The importance of relinquishing the false ideas and like the bad the bad values, principles, understanding of reality that we inherit from living cultures.
In the common culture.
Yeah, that like we have to.
You have a song, we shall let go of all the false, what would you say? False beliefs, false ideas, values that understanding of reality that's coming from the outside cultures that have nothing to do with us and are keeping ourselves back from who we're meant to be. A light unto the nations, a light to ourselves, a light giving nachas to Hashem, and stop being embarrassed from it, stop being excuses for it.
You talked about how that it all makes us drunk and intoxicated.
Yeah.
You can't really see well with that.
Right. Okay. Thank you. You should have a good Purim. Like